Hello guys, my name is Master Waffles and I'm here to give you guys a little bit of a game of Planetary Annihilation. Now guys, this is a little bit of a special game of Planetary Annihilation, more so than any other game, simply because we are playing with the great Garrett, maker of Planetary Annihilation, or one of the makers. So he's filming some footage for the new PAX Prime collaboration videos that will be up on the Ubernet panel at PAX Prime, just to kind of showcase the game so far to a lot of people who don't know about the game, and just to kind of advertise the game. So we're playing with him and WP Marshall, who I will put the YouTube channel name in the description below. He's a pretty cool guy with a big pretty penis. You know, it's kind of like a big giant 9-inch cock with like a bow, a pink bow on it. So it's a good package overall, to be honest, when you're deep throating it. Anyway, so I'm just going with my standard build so far. I haven't played the game in a while because viruses and stuff like that. But no, I'm pretty good because of, like, you know, medicine and stuff like that. So this game will go along just fine. And I've been loving the updates that's been made to the game so far. The frame rate is nice. Gameplay is nice. You know, the game kind of looks a lot better than what it originally looked like. And now it looks like a living, breathing, you know, subcom game, honestly speaking. Just needs a little bit more unit variety, a lot more optimizing changes like this one over here. And, you know, it needs to be a little bit more in depth with more different types of units and stuff like that. In the case of the other people, Ian107, I have no idea who this man is. New Deadman92, I have no idea who this guy is. And that's basically it. So it's WP Marshall, Garat, who is a game developer of Uber Entertainment, and then there's me. You know, I'm the sexy, you know, man of the Waffle, of the master of Waffleness channel. Many loves, many thanks to all who love my sexiness. Anyway, so we're just going to build up our economy right now and zoom in and out, zoom in and out. It's a lot easier to actually zoom in and out now, simply because it's just super fast. Like, woo, 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 woo. It's like a roller coaster ride on steroids, really. Now, as for strategies that Garat is going to be employing into this game, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, to be honest, because of the fact that, well, Garat is... I don't know his playstyle. I don't know how good he is at this game. I don't know what he really does. He is a game developer, after all, so he might not be, you know, top tier, you know, super amazing player, MLG Pro swag 420, so that's something to keep in mind. However, I'm pretty sucky at this game, which means that I'm not going to say that I'm a MLG player 420 Blaze It Yellow swag. I'm probably very bad player 420 stab yourself in the face, uninstall the game, uninstall your PC swag, go back to console games, you Call of Duty fanatic. I'm gonna move my commander up here to just take these mech fields and just spam them out faster. Aha. So right now, as you can see, I'm just taking as many, building as many vehicle fabricators as I possibly can, because you can never go wrong with too many builders up. I have a situation. Oh, whatever. It'll sort itself out. Either that or I wasted, like, I don't know, 20 metal. That's okay, though. Okay, so right now let's take these guys. Is he still alive? I guess he's sort of alive. I don't know, it depends on your perception on what alive is. Let's build some radar towers on the choke points over here. Continue building some mexes. I don't think I'm right next to an opponent, which means I don't have to worry about early invasions, which is good. Not having to worry about an early Zerg rush is probably the best thing in a RTS game overall. I'm debating about getting any naval units or not. Actually, let's get an air factory and try to get some early scouting done, because early scouting is wonderful. Oh, I found someone. He is not very nice. I'm going to build towers to defend my land. He's going to try to be an asshole, but that's okay. Okay. I'm going to try and build up as many military units as I can right now, because apparently I spawned right next to someone. So we're just going to need to build more factories. This guy can come back down. Actually, you can build a radar station right over here. Then end it. And these guys, I need them to build a radar station as soon as they can. In fact, no, we don't need the wall. We don't need the wall. Go build me a radar. Damn you. Okay, and more vehicle factories are probably the best way to go. I'm going to send forward this ant to get some early harassment done. So I'll have some long-range bombardment, and I'll have, you know, some defense to really protect that long-range bombardment, which is really good. So should be able to defend this. Oh, here comes some spy planes. But it's okay because fireflies suck ass at, in this version of the game, actually. And ants can actually shoot down fireflies, which means their argument is definitely invalid. Pelter will be able to fire at this factory going up, which is really good. Okay, you continue building walls. We'll have a total of... I know I've completely stopped producing this air factory, but I have good reason to, simply because I have to focus my fabricators on military units and... He said no com bombing. I don't know who I'm fighting, actually. Oh, I'm fighting Marshall, this asshole. You know what? I'm gonna send his British ass back to the fucking island from whence he came. Yeah, that's what, guys. Master of Rawfulness style. Even though WP Marshall is practically my ex-lover. Anyway, so... he doesn't want com bombing. That's okay. I'll just put some early harassment on Marshall. The only thing I can really do right now is just develop a good defense strategy, because I think he has a better economy. Actually, I don't think so. I'm not sure. Right now, I think the Pelter will keep him at bay, which is good. So let's move our tanks over here to this undefended area of our, you know, base, and then we can just have this area just be heavily fortified with walls and, you know, turrets. Oh, I've neglected my economy. Okay, so he's sending forward some air units. Maybe I can go in and do a little bit of a flank. After you're done with that vehicle factory, you should finish up on the air factory so that we can get some maybe potential fighters or something like that. Thank God tanks have a longer range than scrampers, because honestly speaking, tanks are the bomb! Well, the scrampers are good in different situations. Scrampers are a little bit faster than tanks, so they can do some harassment. And tanks are really just good for punching the fuck out of your opponent. Let's build another turret defense. Maybe he didn't do so well in his economic buildup, actually. I'm not sure. Whatever. Let's continue sending forward some tanks to just continuously harass WP Marshall. I don't see any, you know, commanders nearby, which means could he be going for commander rush? I'm not really sure about that. Oh, here comes the scrampers. Something I have noticed about WP Marshall's play is that he uses scrampers a lot. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but like I said beforehand, scrampers are good against harassment type engagements and just kind of like annoying your opponent, whereas ants are really good because of their long range and heavy hits. So in the case of who wins what battle, it's definitely the ants that will win the battle against scrampers overall anytime in a one-on-one fight. But in a harassment or kind of a, you know, a hit and run duel, it could very well be the scrampers. Send forward as many reinforcements as I can and use the range advantage to the best of our ability. The Pelter, what are you doing, Pelter? Come on, just fire at something that isn't a wall, because that would be generally very good. Okay, let's see if we can kill as many fabricators as we can. Go in for a flank hit. Oh, we are losing a ton of energy. That is really bad. Okay, let's just get these guys to stop producing, these two guys. So just put these guys on idle for now, and then have our energy actually build up from the ashes like a phoenix. And as you can see, our energy will build up like the ashes of a phoenix, which is good. However, that is less than ideal. So let's build another turret defense just to kind of counteract this little push that he has made with his turrets. Now I can go in and just finish off his economic structures. Let's hit his power, because power is way more important than metal overall. Because you can build units without metal, but you can't build units at the same speed with no power. So, to be honest, metal power is way more important. I'm just gonna walk in here, just annihilate all of his power structures, and maybe I can go in here and just Kill off his fabricators, kill off the towers. I'm gonna lose this place. Let's get a radar then. Oh, there's another turret defense. Alright, that's a bad sign. Back. We've definitely crushed a huge portion of his base. So let's just continue mopping up the floor with this WP Marshal. Appear. Sacre bleu. Alright, we are getting the bollocks kicked out of us. Just lost a couple of fabricators actually, which isn't ideal. Let's continue sending our guys over there. And now we can just march in. I don't know what these guys are doing. Could you actually attack his economic structures? He's going to bring down his guys. Garrett was annihilated. What the hell is going on? Someone rushed Garrett. That is mean. That is mean, mean, mean. How dare you? I guess Garrett is probably going to do another round of footage, actually. If that's the case, then I don't completely blame him, to be honest, because he does need to get footage for PAX, and PAX is very important for just kind of the advertisement of PA. This is not ideal. Okay, now that is ideal. Let's take out this pelter and let's take out these turret defenses. They really do need to nerf walls because, for God's sakes, these guys are built like Tonka trucks. Alright, I'm not having very ideal mouse control or unit command, actually. Okay, our economy actually just bounced back, which is good. Okay, so let's see. Let's build more factories, because you can never go wrong with too many factories, actually. And let's continue building some power plants. Just to kind of solidify our economic hold on the WP Marshal. I love WP Marshal. WP Marshal. WP Marshal. Marshal is a WP. WP a PPP. It's rather unfortunate that he spawned right next to me. I was hoping that I would spawn right next to Garrot and just, like, rush him. Not to be kind of a dick to Garrot, but okay. Calm sniping, don't worry. That we won't do those, but we'll definitely rush your ass with tanks. I'll guarantee you that. So rushing tanks is pretty fun. Ah, shit. Fortunately, there will be no live stream, so you guys are getting some first-hand new PA news straight from, YouTube right now. It's amazing. And you can watch an epic game of PA or a less spectacular game of PA, depending on your viewpoint. Ah, walls. Walls. Where are the rebels? Where are the rebel scum? They're there. Alright, let's just like kick his turret's ass. I don't know where his commander went. I do believe that he retreated his commander back to the depths of space, which is not good for me, because that will drag this entire conflict out so long, actually. But hey, that's actually good, because then Garrot gets more footage. So even though it's kind of bad for me, because then I lose sight of Marshall, and then Marshall can kind of muster up a force that can eventually destroy me. Hey, at least Garrot gets footage, and that's all that matters, really. That's why we're here. Power plants, metal extractors, everything's good. Okay, so don't do what I'm doing and neglecting your economy. You always want to keep tabs on your economy all the time, every single second, every single day. It's kind of like taking care of a baby. You don't want the baby to trip over a cliff and die and break its skull. No, you want the baby to prosper. What? Oh, how dare those rebel scum. This is a really small planet. That is really, really bad. Okay, screw Marshall. We'll deal with him later. No! No! Out of my kingdom! Oh, this bastard. Oh, the jukes! Okay. Hold on. We just need to get all of our forces. Oh, that's a massive scramper spam. Holy fuck. I'm not sure if I can defend this, guys. This will be a test of might and skill. Actually, we have the same amount of scrampers and ants, so I'll probably be able to win this battle. All I have to do really is take out the commander, and then I'm good. Now, let's see if I can click on my own commander. Come on, guy. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, let's use the power plants as kind of a wall. He's backing off. He's backing off. And I'm going to move in my commander. So yeah, I'm using my long range to kind of snipe these scrampers from afar. Scrampers are good. I will admit that. But only good in some circumstances. Right now, that D-gun just eliminated like half of them. Why aren't my guys healing? Oh shit. This is bad. This is really bad. Oh wait. Nope. This is good. So he lost that entire engagement because my ants were able to kind of just heal up my commander as well as outrange his scrampers. Scrampers are not good in close quarters combat. They're really not. And kind of these ants are just the kings of long range. Just the kings. Levelers as well, but ants more so. Let's see if we can take this guy out. That would be really good. Unfortunately, I think my ants are pretty slow. Yeah, they won't be able to take him out. That's a shame. We'll be able to kill all of his scrampers, though, which is good. Alright, let's see now. Let's see. Okay. Let's get this. Yep, a pelter would be nice. And afterwards, we'll get some radar. And then we can maybe try to push at him. Try to get at his exposed spot while my commander heals up. We'll just bring some reinforcements over here. I think I'm outproducing him too, which is probably really good for me. Really bad for him. Let's get a little bit of a scouting run. He is definitely trying to produce more than me. Oh, whoa. How did he heal up so fast? Oh. Fabricators. Probably has more on them. Yeah, he has more on the commander. Yep. Just use our range and maybe we can send in all of our ants to kind of go on a suicidal charge here. There's definitely a ton of walls, actually. That's not good. I'm going to need to just strike at his commander. So far, I really don't have the economy for that. Marshall over here is not making things any easier. So I have to worry about his ass. We might want to send in our commander to just finish off his commander. I'm not sure. Ooh, let's send in this group to go in and kill the fabricators. And that way we split his attention. And if his attention is split... Okay, yeah, he's definitely going back to the fabricators. He knows what I'm doing. So I'm going to try and split off his attention. I do believe I have the forces necessary to do so. But right now, he just has... he has such a fast healing speed. Why aren't we producing with this guy? It's something I need to work on, just producing with my commander overall. It's like Supreme Commander. No, it's not even like Supreme Commander. It's like Kane's Wrath and Tiberian Wars all over again, where you can force attack and heal your own units. This fucking sucks. Let's see. This guy is better than me. I will admit that. He is a worthy opponent. But can he beat Count Dracula? We will see that. Ho ho ho. Marshall, where are you? I wonder how his economy is doing actually. What are you doing? I didn't tell you to go there. The ants, they move on their own. They are like free spirits. Okay, we really do need to sort out our power plant situation, but we do have units building power, which is good. Okay, let's just outrange them. Outrange the commander as well. Thank God the commander doesn't do as much damage as he used to do. That would be insano. Okay, let's move forward our own commander. It's weird that he's using his commander so heavily. You know, we'll actually win the commander duel simply because air fabricators will just like outmaneuver any type of fabricators that he has at his disposal, actually, which is really good for me. Since my structures aren't really producing anything, I'm in a good spot. I'm in a really good spot. Okay, so let's move up my ants now. Commanders are fighting each other. No D-guns are going off. I have some fabricators healing up my commander. I have 4 fabricators, so I can just kind of out-heal his turrets. And I've just lazily commanded my units and lost all of my turrets. So I just lost my advantage. Oh no, not even my turrets, my fabricators. What am I saying? Killed off a good chunk, but I'm gonna lose my commander probably. Yep, I just had way too little units actually. I could maybe sort of help him. Nope, I lost him. I lost. GG. Yeah, that was some really bad play. I should have actually went back. Ah, Marshall! You live, Marshall! Marshall, you live. Alright, whatever. So, I guess now I'm just looking at this battle right now. Marshall has now... Marshall is now expanded southward. He's kind of like what would have happened if there was more land in the Civil War for the Confederacy to actually fight in. So, imagine New Florida just kind of risen from the depths of the Mexican Ocean. Is it Mexican Ocean or Mexican Sea? I'm not really sure. Right now he has some naval units, so blue bottles, which are good at bombarding units. I'm not sure if he knows about pink, actually. He probably does know. That was a little bit shitty on my part. I think what I didn't produce was probably energy storage or metal storage. That was probably it. That or tier 2. Both of those. Like... that was, probably the worst thing I could have done was actually try to go in with my commander as well. Maybe if I sat back, increased my economy, and just kind of took the winning, victory that I had over Marshall, or the winning situation I had over Marshall, I would have been in the clear, but I got a little bit too cocky, so, that's a thing. Anyway, so... now we have Dead Man. I don't know who Dead Man is. What is this man? I don't know what he's doing. What is he building? What is this? Turrets, catapults. Oh, this scumbag McSpazatron over here building the Great Wall of China, and then has, you know, catapults being built by one advanced fabricator. If you're gonna build an advanced fabricator, I mean a catapult, at least have like four of them, or 5, or 6. What are you doing? He's built a little outpost over here. Oh, this is like Stronghold Crusaders. You just build walls all over your entire empire. He's basically playing this like Stronghold Crusaders. He's not building a lot of factories, which is a big problem since Pink's factory production is just rampaging everybody else's. Look at how many bots he has. Amazing amount of bots. He also is building slammers, so he has the tier 2 advantage over New Dead Man over here. New Dead Man also neglected to build walls. Neglecting to build walls is pretty bad. Pretty bad. Well, let's see WP Marshall. WP Marshall has a pretty sturdy economy right now ever since moving downward. He hasn't been harassed yet, and he only has to worry about really one side of the globe since the nearest person to him on the other side is New Dead Man, and New Dead Man is definitely not moving out of this position. Ah, you see what I did there? Haha. Sexual joke. Anyway, so could Mr. Marshall win against Eon or Eon 107 or something like that? I'm not really sure, to be honest. On one hand, you have Eon having a bigger factory production, but on the other hand, WP Marshall has the advantage of multiple types of units at his disposal. He's taking out already one more factory, which is good. However, he stopped right there. Why? Because Blue Bottle's range sucks like a fucking gorilla penis. So now Marshall unfortunately needs to get some radar detection if he wants to actually destroy all these factories over here. Bots are gonna come and do absolutely nothing because bot range is pretty small. Oh, they weren't able to run fast enough, it seems. But the Blue Bottles can definitely kite over these scrappers over here and just annihilate them. In fact, as you can see, huge scores of Marshall's Navy, or not Marshall's Navy, but Eon's land army over here is just not being annihilated right now. And as you can see, Eon facing Karma over here at its finest is being attacked by the armies of New Dead Man. Finally, the people of Helm's Deep have risen. Rohan will rise again. But unfortunately, Eon has a lot of orcs and will annihilate him. I don't know if New Deadman has the micro capable of... Yep, he just lost everything. So WP Marshall's doing really good with this naval unit strat over here. He's taking out factories. He's, you know, destroying a lot of Eon's units. And slammers and scrampers alike are very cheap. And can also die very easily. So I think Pink needs to change up his strategy. Go for some air units. Take out these blue bottles over here. Air units are kind of a direct counter in this version of the game to naval units. So if he takes out some naval units with air units, he should be a-okay. And what's this? We see an advanced naval factory, which means Mr. WP Marshall over here, he's gonna go for some heavy ass naval units, and naval units have very, very long range. In fact, if he just gets some Stingrays or some Leviathans, he can definitely destroy all of Ian's base, and all these factories over here, which is crucial to his entire war effort, will just be wasted by the power of the Stingrays and stuff like that. Over here, as we can see, Marshall's really amping up his economy right now. Marshall's in a very good position to win this game. It's all because I let him live. I should have burned him at the stake. However, we are forgetting one key person or key player in this game. That would be Mr. Deadman. Now, Mr. Deadman has teched up 2 catapults. However, he doesn't have the advanced radar necessary to see all of this. And he only has 1 advanced factory. And only a couple of factories, so he's not really doing good on the production front. He is building a lot of defenses, but that defense doesn't mean shit when he doesn't have walls protecting this defensive line over here. So he really needs to build walls, actually, if he wants to fight off against Eon. Over here, we see the graveyard that is Uber Garet's entire base. It's unfortunate. Oh, poor Garet. What compelled you to die? I bet this is where the commander made his last stand. The last stand of the orange. I do not know what happened there, but something blew up. Could this be that... Oh, we see another naval engagement by Mr. WP Marshall over here. So WP Marshall, doing very good. Good job, WP Marshall. WP Marshall, la 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 la. Ooh, more naval units being built over here. And what's this? What's this? An entire Scramper army? Oh, Marshall, you dog, you. He needs to seriously continue producing, though, because he should continue to produce. You should always have, like, a huge production queue on your factory so they keep producing. They shouldn't be like this right now. I guess he's also energy starved. That's why he's also getting these buildings. But as it turns out, right now, Ian has the lesser economy, while Marshall is definitely doing really good right now. I think Marshall should definitely invest in some higher tier units over here. Like some Stingrays, but he is getting some, but he should really speed up this production because he's not going to get anywhere with these blue bottles just hitting these walls. And over here we can see a pelter being built from Mr. Ian. So Mr. Ian, good job. A direct counter to long-range naval bombardment, walls, and a pelter. More long-range naval land bombardment. I like it. Ooh. Dirty nuclear missile launcher by Mr. Ian over here. Will he be able to annihilate all of Deadman's and Marshall's base? I don't even know. Maybe Marshall can build an anti-nuke launcher as well as Deadman. Deadman does have the capabilities for it. Deadman's also building a catapult, and he has not finished building the catapult. Oh, he's also building a nuclear missile launcher. Oh, the Cold War is on. It seems like Mr. Deadman over here has the advantage. It seems like Eon is also trying to find a good flanking path through this entire maze of death, but seems like he's just like, fuck life, I can't find it. Marshall will inevitably win this naval engagement if Ian doesn't directly counter this. He needs air units. What is he doing? He's not even producing from some of his bot factories over here. A large portion of these bot factories are just unused, untapped. Kind of like a virgin. And over here, Mr. Marshall, more build fabricators. What is this? The 1970s? Oh my god. The Cold War between 3 great powers. Let's see. Pink for the Pink Nation. White for the White Nation. Black for the Black Nation. I can't think of any other name, so I'm using racist derogatory terms. I'm just zooming out and seeing all the potential plays that all these different players can actually do. And right now, oops, by Mr. Deadman. What is Mr. Deadman talking about? Must have seen something. Right now, I do think that Ian could also just completely win this game. In the likelihood that if he can actually build an anti-nuke launcher before Deadman gets off his nuclear weapon. Oh, there is the uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti. This is what happens when you don't build walls, kids. They just ignore you. So he just lost 5 mexes. Now, arguably, that doesn't matter because it's 5 mexes. But then again, keep in mind that both of these economies, Deadman's and Mr. Ian's over here, is pretty shit. So right now, we can see the mighty power of the... Whoa, what's this? What was that? Just a missile going by. So we can see the power of the levelers and the ants. The ants and the levelers are slow, scrampers are fast. So this is a great example of kind of the differences between the current generation of scrampers and the current generation of ants and levelers. Ants and levelers, good in upfront battles and one-on-one fights, as well as just kind of outranging your opponent. Scrampers are really fast, outmaneuver your opponents, and harassment. And right now we can see Mr. Marshall going for a second naval attack. Marshall is definitely on his A game right now. Look at this man, this legend, this massive legend. His story will be heard throughout the ages. Look at this. Look at this legend. This legendary fight between the ships of Nam. And Ian is definitely sandwiched right now. I'm just going to zoom out and see this, like, massive little bombardment over here. I do hate how sometimes it takes the units, like, 50 hours to target a actual building or structure or unit. It is a little bit annoying, but then again, alpha's alpha. Finally, Mr. Ian, being the smart kid that he is, actually getting air units like I said he should. So, he is going to counter this. Question is, how will he counter this? How will he do well against this entire force, actually, is the better question. Right now, we're seeing blue bottles, but we're also seeing narwhals, and narwhals are notorious for being anti-air. So, if Marshall can actually build more narwhals, he'll definitely counter this entire little engagement and force over here that will attack his naval units. So, I think Ian was a little bit too quick to the punch. He should have been building a lot more air units than he was, actually. And to be honest, that was his big fault, actually, if he does end up losing this due to naval units. But you know what he's going to do reasonably well. He's building pelters. Pelters are good, but they're like land defenses. So, honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't say they're ideal, per se. We can see right now an advanced air factory going up by Mr. Marshall over here. So, Mr. Marshall, you are doing well. You are expanding a lot, Mr. Marshall. You are doing very well economically. Wow, tier 2 metal extractors? These two haven't even figured that out yet. You're still not producing anything from this advanced naval factory. What have I taught you, Marshall? Do not neglect that naval factory. I don't know why these players are going for nukes, actually. They should really be going for more units, more factories, more structures, as that is really the nail and coffin of this game. Because White is really not utilizing his long-range bombardment to the best of his ability. Not even his tower defenses. I mean, he has this force over here, but there's not really any necessary reason for him going for jet fighters, actually. Which is really weird. Why would you buy jet fighters if you have no evidence to support that your opponent is actually getting air units? So, I think this is really bad on his part. He should really be scouting out his opponents and seeing if they're actually going air units or not. But alas. Ooh, Marshall going the orbital launcher. This will be the game we see actually the orbital launcher being played in competitive use. Or if you can even call this game competitive. I guess you can call it Bronze 5 or Wood League 5 Challenger level, to say the least. 2 nuclear missile launchers will actually give him the edge in the Cold War. I wonder where he's going to point these at. He's probably going to use the radar satellite, produce it, fly it high up into the air, go over Pink's base, and then just nuke him from there. See that Pink's trying to rush out this nuclear missile launcher, but should really be getting an anti-nuke launcher instead of a nuke. Because honestly speaking, he's going to need it. And an orbital launcher coming out from New Deadman. And New Deadman has completely stopped producing this orbital launcher. I don't know what New Deadman is doing. He produces stuff, but then he stops producing them. So, New Deadman, you are a weird jellyfish on the seafloor who squirms around, floats around, and is generally a badass, but is feared and misunderstood in its ways. Ian should still be producing some units. I don't know what he's really doing with this tier 2 factory. He should be building some advanced fabricators going over here, and then boom, 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 some advanced mexes over here, boom, boom, advanced mexes, boom, maybe then boom, 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 you know, harassing some of Marshall's lines. This line over here is pretty undefended. He could take out a large portion of fabricators, potential tier 2 factories and stuff like that. I think the problem with Ian right now is that he's not scouting out his opponents. He's also concentrating too much on New Deadman, even though we have evidence to suggest that New Deadman is the hermit of the PA community and thus will not leave this entire fortress over here. Also, he's getting advanced nuclear missiles. He should really, you know, get anti-nuke missiles at this point and just defend his area. So, expand and harass Marshall over here and over here, and anti-nuke launchers would have definitely been the ideal choice for him. You can see that Marshall is continuing to scout out. Good job, Marshall. See, Marshall shouldn't think that he's bad at this game. He's doing something that these players haven't done. Scout! Actually scout! No offense to them, of course, but guys, scouting is important. Even though I didn't do jack shit of that. But don't worry, I can judge you because I'm an asshole, so it's okay if I do it. Sprawling brace. The brace of Mr. Ooh, Marshall, yes! Marshall, yes! Okay, so Marshall is doing something very, very good, guys. He's actually building an anti-nuke launcher. So now the nukes of New Deadman and Ian will mean nothing to him compared to the level of... Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, here comes the nuke. Where's the nuke? Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the nuke. There's the nuke. There's the nuke. There it is. There it is. Charlie, we hit rock bottom. Boom, baby. Oh my god. Gentlemen, that is why you get anti-nuke launchers. That is why. So your entire base doesn't look like the inside out of your mom's asshole at the end of, you know, a 5-way gangbang. Oh, Marshall. Good plays, Marshall. Good plays. Bravo. See, anti-nukes, expanding a lot, building a lot of factories, kind of just coming back from the brink of destruction, albeit because of me, and just doing really good right now. Orbital launcher, so he has the potential to just scout out his opponents without having any, you know, fear of, you know, his orbital units actually dying, which is really good. Ian has no defense against orbital, you know, units, and same with Deadman. So right now, Mr. Marshall is free to build as many radar satellites as he wants, and he has the nuclear missiles capable of destroying his opponents anytime he wishes. You see, he also has an anti-nuke launcher, which means, you know, his base is defended, relatively speaking, in certain parts of his base. Now, here's the problem with Ian. Ian right now. Big problem. Big problem with Ian is that he went for this nuclear missile. He should have gotten anti-nukes, like I said. Should have expanded. Should have continuously harassed Marshall. Marshall was not harassed at all. Like, I was harassed. Deadman was harassed. He was harassed heavily, but Marshall, after I died, he was basically free to go do whatever he wants. And when Mundo goes where he pleases, or when Marshall goes where he pleases, he goes across the entire planet. And New Deadman, well, pretty much dead right now, and he is a dead man right now. He's kind of moving his forces into the jaws of, you know, an entire Scramper army, which is really bad because, one, levelers are really should be used for long range. Two, he has artillery units, which cannot shoot at units while moving and will always miss their targets when units are basically firing at them or when they're firing at units, because units are really fast in this game. Really, really fast. I mean, isn't that amazing? They're not stationary. So, Mr. Marshall, I tip my hat off to you. You made all the right plays. You made all the right decisions. And you're building more nukes. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Mr. Marshall, you make all of me tremble. Ian can still win this, though, if he just continued expanding and stuff like that, but alas, he neglected. Dead Man could have won if he just continued producing factories and stuff like that, and, you know, didn't build the Great Wall of China. This was a good game. And Garot is probably going like, I have enough footage for PAX. I have enough footage for PAX. I'm going to put this up on my channel. I'm going to ask Garot after this game. This was a good game. Ooh, look at the slammer. Look at the slammer being built. Look at the slammer. Look at that slammer. He will grow up to be big and strong and destroy his enemies. And here comes the nail in the coffin, guys. Bum, bum, ba, bum. Bum, bum, ba, bum. Oh, wait, that's a wedding song. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, that's another wedding song. What am I don't even know any funeral songs. I know dubstep. You guys want me to play some dubstep? I'll play some dubstep for you. Like wob, 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 wob. No? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Oh, come on, Nuke! You're almost getting produced. D-Gun! 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 You know, D-Gun's actually very useless against Scrampers because Scrampers just run too fast. There goes Mr. Whoa, that's a lot of particles. There goes Mr. Ian. Mr. Ian. Good God, man. Oh, Marshall. Should have kept track of your units. And now he builds a Leviathan. Now you build a Leviathan, Marshall. God damn it. I hate you, Marshall. Marshall, I hate you. You should be finishing this. Arbiter launcher. God, Marshall, why? Wakel while I scouted. I bet Marshall's entire plan was to build nukes and just nuke everybody. That damn bastard. That damn bastard. Well, I guess we could just look at new Deadman to Alpha Commander over here. Kind of looks like the robot from Hitchhiker's Guide from the Galaxy. I'm so depressed. Kill me now. I can't do a British accent, so I'm not going to even try to imitate his voice. Fanspot Factory. Mr. Marshall, what are you building? You're building a stomper. You're building a stomper. Wait, is that stomper? Yep, that's a stomper. Why are you building a stomper, Mr. Marshall? I can't see any way for Dead Man to actually win this. I really can't. Poor Dead Man. Poor Dead Man. It's entire base. So much hope for the great China base. And poor Master Waffles. Wait, is that another nuke? That is another nuke. Marshall, leave the poor man alone, for God's sakes. You've launched 2 nukes already. How many more are you going to launch? This bastard over here. It just goes to show you that when Marshall's left alone, he will build till his heart contends. This game was rather interesting. Even though, you know, I got my ass kicked. You know, it's not getting your ass kicked that matters in the game. It's that you have fun. And, you know, I made a stupid decision, but that's okay because I completely agree that that was a stupid decision. It's funny how Garot was like, oh, I didn't expect this. What the hell is going on?